Fellow Taoist Zhang, you and I will go up first to resist the sword light, then my junior sister will provide backup.
What do you think?
No need for such trouble. I, Wang, will be the first to face the sword light. You two can just follow. In that case, we're counting on you, fellow Taoist Zhang. What exactly is Qian Feng scheming? To proactively seek an alliance with Wang Lin. Picking up from last time, after Yun Kezi fled into the sea, the golden-armored giant struck at the little monkey with his sword again. However, just at that critical moment, a red glow suddenly burst from the little monkey's eyes. Immediately after, a monstrous, baleful aura erupted from its body, exuding a chilling presence. The golden-armored giant was startled, as if struck by an invisible force, and the attack of the golden sword in his hand faltered slightly. Seeing this, the little monkey instantly sank down with the sinister old man. All of this was seen through by Wang Lin, who understood the trick. It turned out the golden-armored giant had no intention of harming anyone, but to enter the depths of the ocean and find that mysterious palace, one must pass his test. Just then, the golden sword in the giant's hand moved sharply. A sharp sword light struck heavily upon the ocean. Then Zhou Wutai and Zxian flew out from the waves in a sorry state. Although the golden-armored giant didn't pursue them, he locked his gaze onto Wang Lin. With Wang Lin's current cultivation level, facing the golden-armored giant head-on would be a futile effort, unless he used the Ascendant Soul. But that was Wang Lin's final trump card, and he was unwilling to use it unless absolutely necessary. At this time, not far away, Qian Feng and Lu Mei were also frowning. Zheng Niu, let's the three of us join forces to resist the golden-armored giant's sword light.
What do you say?
All right. The reason Qian Feng invited Wang Lin to join forces was that he was forced by the situation, because he knew better than anyone that he and Lu Mei couldn't possibly withstand that terrifying sword strike. With Wang Lin, the chances of success would naturally be much greater. Fellow Taoist Zhang, you and I will go first to resist the sword light. Then my junior sister will provide backup.
What do you think?
No need for such trouble. I, Wang, will be the first to face the sword light. You two can just follow. Hearing this, Qian Feng was startled. After all, being the first to face the sword light meant not only bearing the danger of that terrifying sword light alone, but also constantly being on guard against a backstab. Hearing Wang Lin volunteer to block the first sword light alone, Qian Feng's heart was filled with suspicion, but this was not the time for him to ponder. In that case, we're counting on you, fellow Taoist Zhang. Wang Lin didn't even glance at him. He leaped up and flew towards the golden-armored giant. Qian Feng and Lu Mei didn't dare to delay and immediately followed. Just as the three of them were getting closer, the golden-armored giant fiercely swung his golden sword downwards. Instantly, in the entire world, only this sword light remained, its terrifying roar echoing through the 9 heavens. At the same time, under the frenzied assault of this aura, every bone in Wang Lin's body felt as if it was being crushed by countless mountain-like boulders. This indescribable weight made him feel as if he was about to suffocate. The sword light had not yet fully descended, but just its fierce edge had already caused blood to trickle from the corner of Wang Lin's mouth. Seeing this, Qian Feng's face was filled with hesitation. Should he kill Wang Lin in one blow and seize the billion soul flag, or stick to the original plan and resist the sword light together? However, Qian Feng ultimately chose the former. After all, in his view, with the billion soul flag, he would be able to do as he pleased in the Zhuke nation. Thinking of this, a confident smile appeared on Qian Feng's face.
Ah! Fellow Taoist Zhang, don't panic.
Qian is here. Qian Feng knew this attack had to be foolproof. He absolutely could not give Wang Lin any chance to bring out the billion soul flag. At this moment, the 100-zhong sword light whistled down like the sky was falling and the earth was cracking, landing directly above Wang Lin's head. However, a cold mocking smile appeared on Wang Lin's lips. Who was Wang Mazi? How could he not have anticipated Qian Feng's betrayal? It was just that everything was part of his plan. The moment Qian Feng got within 10 zhong of Wang Lin, an immortal domain pagoda suddenly shot out from his storage bag, firmly blocking the way in front of him. Because the pagoda contained Zhou Yi's ascendant aura, the sword light involuntarily slowed for a moment. Seizing this opportunity, Wang Lin retrieved the pagoda, and with a flicker of his body, he instantly left the sword light's attack range. The sword light, which was originally blocked, now without the resistance from the ascendant level artifact, instantly regained its world-destroying power and slashed fiercely towards Chen Feng. At the same time, a cone emitting a strange red light immediately appeared in the pale-faced Chen Feng's hand. He threw it fiercely. Lightning immediately flashed from the cone, like crazily dancing electric snakes, charging madly towards the terrifying sword light. Wang Lin, go up and take that cultivation essence. Don't force this old man to act. This old man doesn't want to kill you. I once always thought you were my benefactor. Even after I learned you were from the immortal Forsaken clan, I never thought of being your enemy. But today, Senior, you have truly disappointed me. Just how insidious is Yun Kezi? To actually send Wang Lin to his death to retrieve his life soul for him. This can truly be called sacrificing a friend to save oneself. Picking up from last time, as everyone knows, in the Vermilion Bird's tomb, Wang Lin, along with Chen Feng and Lu Mei, joined forces to resist the golden armored giant. However, while resisting the sword light, Chen Feng attempted to kill Wang Lin to seize the billion soul flag. Little did he know that Wang Lin, that sly fox, had long expected Chen Feng to backstab him. So the moment the sword light arrived, he sent out the Immortal Domain Pagoda to block it. After all, the Immortal Domain Pagoda has Zhou Yi's ascendant aura. Taking advantage of the sword light's pause, Wang Lin instantly left its attack range. But Chen Feng, who was behind, wasn't so lucky. Although he promptly sent out the Vermilion Bird cone to block, he was still injured by the sword light. Zheng Niu I Chen Feng, swear that I will tear you to pieces. Shut up. If it weren't for your malicious intentions, if the three of us had truly worked together, we would probably be inside the palace by now. Hearing this, Chen Feng's expression turned ferocious as he glared fiercely at Lu Mei. As the sword light fell, what appeared before Wang Lin was a huge passageway. But this passageway seemed to have no end. Wang Lin walked for a long time, and not only did his surroundings not change at all, but as soon as his divine sense spread out, it was devoured by some invisible force. After an unknown amount of time, sudden fluctuations of magical arts came from ahead in the passageway. Wang Lin's gaze hardened, and he immediately stopped in his tracks. Then, he sent his divine sense forward. But with this probe, his expression changed drastically in an instant. It turned out that where his divine sense reached, there stood a giant tower. On the tower sat a middle-aged man dressed in a red robe. Although this person seemed to have no signs of life, a monstrous aura emanated from his body. And in front of this person, floated an orb of light emitting a purple glow. That's right. This person is none other than the first-generation Vermilion Bird of the Vermilion Bird planet, Yiwuyo. As for what the orb of light in front of him is, you can guess. Since you're here, then come in. Hearing this, Wang Lin's eyes flickered. After a moment of thought, he continued to walk forward. Before long, he arrived at the end of the passageway. Suddenly, his gaze fixed on a distant corner. Yun Kezi's face was pale, with dried blood still at the corner of his mouth. It turned out that before Wang Lin had entered, Yun Kezi had fought a battle with the sinister old man. In the end, although Yun Kezi was severely injured, he managed to trap the sinister old man with a formation. However, that sinister old man was not from the Vermilion Bird planet, so the formation Yun Kezi set up probably wouldn't last long. Once he breaks free, he will definitely snatch the cultivation heart essence. At that time, all the cultivators of the Vermilion Bird planet will be plunged into a state of eternal damnation. Wang Lin, I am severely injured. This cultivation essence, go and retrieve it for me.
You want me to retrieve the cultivation essence.
Without any hesitation, his figure abruptly retreated towards the passageway.
Why are you running?
This junior doesn't want to die yet. With a wave of his right hand, the billion soul flag instantly appeared in his hand. Seeing Wang Lin act this way, Yun Kezi decided to drop the act. It turned out the orb of light in front of Yi Wuyo was not the cultivation heart essence, but a star shadow. If one wants to retrieve their life soul, they must touch the star shadow. Because retrieving a life soul requires a great price, Yun Kezi wanted Wang Lin to retrieve the life soul for him. If Wang Lin agreed, Yun Kezi was willing to help his cultivation reach a higher level. However, Wang Lin remained unmoved. Wang Lin, go up and take that cultivation essence. Don't force this old man to act. This old man doesn't want to kill you. What if you go back on your word? Tell me how to use that straw hat. Consider it a deposit. In Yun Keizi's eyes, Wang Lin couldn't escape today even if he grew wings. So he took out a jade slip and threw it towards Wang Lin. After confirming it was correct, in the blink of an eye, Wang Lin arrived before the first-generation vermilion bird. At this moment, Wang Lin stood beside the purple orb of light, his entire body enveloped in light. However, strangely, there wasn't a trace of his shadow on the ground.
Place your hand on it call my name.
You'd better not try any tricks, or today will be the day you die. I once always thought you were my benefactor. Even after learning you were from the immortal Forsaken clan, I never thought of being your enemy. But today, Senior, you have truly disappointed me. Wang Lin didn't know if the effect of this star shadow was truly as Yun Keizi said. But Wang Lin understood that if he really did as Yun Keizi said, he would likely lose his life immediately. Just then, Yun Keizi's figure flashed, and he rushed towards Wang Lin. Seeing this, Wang Lin fiercely shook the billion-soul flag in his hand. Countless souls swarmed crazily towards the shadow behind the first-generation vermilion bird. Immediately after, an arrogant long howl came from within the shadow.
The siniste Outsmarts seen stepping out.
The little monkey on his shoulder was even more agile, leaping out like an arrow from a bow, pouncing straight at Yun Keizi. Yun Keizi's body stopped abruptly. He waved his hands in the air, and instantly, golden runes swirled rapidly in front of him. Are you willing to become the titled Vermilion Bird, to protect the Vermilion Bird planet, until your life source returns to the void? I am not. To think the cultivation essence would proactively choose Wang Lin, yet Wang Lin is unwilling to become the next Vermilion Bird. Picking up from last time, as everyone knows, in the Vermilion Bird's tomb, Yun Keizi wanted to use Wang Lin to retrieve his own life soul. But after being seen through by Wang Lin, Yun Keizi actually tried to kill him. However, at the critical moment, Wang Lin broke the formation and released the sinister old man who was possessed by Tuo Sen's clone. Little fellow, your formation is indeed quite interesting. If my master's true body were here, he could have smashed this formation to pieces with just a single casual punch. Hearing this, Yun Keizi snorted coldly, you're just a puppet clone. As long as I destroy this clone of yours, no matter how powerful your main body is, he won't make it here in time. Witnessing all this, Wang Lin understood in his heart. Whether it was the old man possessed by Tuo Sen's clone or Yun Keizi, neither were beings he could currently provoke. The top priority was to leave as soon as possible. But at this moment, the entire space began to tremble violently. Immediately after, Yi Wuyo's body turned into flying ash and disappeared completely. Seeing this, Wang Lin's pupils contracted sharply. Not just him, but Yun Keizi, the sinister old man, and the little monkey all stopped fighting. Their gazes all turned towards where Yi Wuyo had turned into ash. They saw a white crystal, only about half the size of a fist, slowly floating up from where Yi Wuyo had disintegrated. When Wang Lin saw this white crystal, he keenly sensed that it contained a fluctuation closely connected to the soul. That's right, this is the cultivation essence. At the same time, Yun Keizi and the sinister old man, one after the other, madly rushed towards the white crystal like a gust of wind. Meanwhile, Wang Lin wrapped himself in the soul flag and flew towards the nearby passageway. After all, with Wang Lin's current strength, he was not qualified to compete for the cultivation essence. Even if he luckily got his hands on it, he wouldn't have time to extract the life soul. Instead, it would bring him a fatal disaster.
The day of my master's escape is attend.
But just as the sinister old man's hand gripped the white crystal, his entire body turned into a wisp of green smoke and was sucked into it. Almost at the same time, Yun Keizi appeared in a flash. His eyes glowed, and he made a fierce grabbing motion towards the white crystal from a distance. But the moment of contact, Yun Keizi let out a muffled grunt. From his body, wisps of white chi began to surge out crazily. This scene made Yun Keizi's face turn pale. He was secretly glad he had only grabbed from a distance, otherwise he would probably have ended up like that sinister old man, with his soul scattered to the winds. This sudden turn of events left the little monkey and Yun Keizi momentarily stunned. Just then, the white crystal suddenly emitted a crisp hum and then shot directly towards Wang Lin, chasing after him. Wang Lin sensed something was wrong and took off running, but the white crystal, as if it had a consciousness of its own, pursued him relentlessly. Seeing this, Yun Keizi and the little monkey also followed. In the blink of an eye, the area around the pagoda was empty. But just then, A strange purple and black light at the top of the pagoda slowly condensed into a human silhouette. The cultivation essence actually broke down. This vermilion bird certainly has some guts. At the same time, as Wang Lin was rapidly retreating in the passageway, he grabbed the essence crystal from a distance with his right hand. However, just as he was about to throw it away, the cultivation essence drilled directly into his body. The next second, countless ancient symbols appeared in Wang Lin's mind. This feeling was not unfamiliar to him. It was the same feeling he had when he obtained 2C's lineage inheritance back then. It turned out that the cultivation essence recorded the scene of Yi Wuyo receiving the vermilion bird seal, and the divine ability of the vermilion bird seal. At this moment, Wang Lin was like a madman and began to roar. Seeing this, Yun Keizi's eyes filled with disbelief. This
is the Vermilion Bird's legacy.
How could this be? Because to obtain the vermilion bird's legacy, one must receive the approval of the vermilion bird and merge with the cultivation essence. Yet Wang Lin had done neither. So Yun Keizi couldn't figure out how Wang Lin had activated the vermilion bird's legacy. Meanwhile, the little monkey's eyes were bloodshot, staring intently at Wang Lin. In the blink of an eye, Wang Lin charged out of the passageway and appeared in the ocean. At this moment, his eyes had lost their usual clarity, only dimness and a painful struggle remained. However, a voice suddenly sounded in his mind. Are you willing to become the titled vermilion bird, to protect the vermilion bird planet, until your life source returns to the void? I am not, Wang Lin replied with almost no hesitation. He knew clearly in his heart that once he became the vermilion bird, he would be trapped on this planet. After this answer sounded in his mind, he seemed to faintly hear a long and helpless sigh. Then the red glow enveloping his entire body miraculously disappeared, and along with it, the strange imprints in his mind.
Through the strange imprint, Wang Lin understood.
To retrieve one's life soul from the cultivation essence, the only way is a life for a life. Next episode, Battling Chen Feng. Fellow Taoists, please don't forget to give a like. We'll continue in the next episode.